guys? Welcome back. Now, their live preview for UFC 309. We're gonna be talking about the full card. Now, we had some more fights that were added to UFC 309 with Onama. He's fighting some absolute bum from regional scene, so it's probably gonna be like Scroggins versus Gillespie last week. He's probably gonna come out and he's probably just gonna cover up, take his paycheck, and go home. So it's probably what's gonna happen here. So hopefully we can make some money because I told you guys last week that Scroggins guy is an absolute fraud, and he actually ended up being an absolute fraud. I mean, so I don't know, like what's the point of even bringing this guy in? I guess they really want us having an Onama on the card. They probably, I mean, I don't know, maybe not a lot of people are signing up to fight him, but we're gonna do a breakdown of news. We're gonna break this card down. What's going on, results? Let's go. Jones versus Stipe plus over 2.5 rounds. You mean the over 2.5 rounds is a good bet in my opinion. Jones for the life of him cannot finish people with a good takedown defense, decent chin at the stage of his career. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but Stipe, like I don't know, we don't know where Stipe's at, right? Like where's Stipe at right now? He's 42 years old, hasn't fought in 4 years. He's a truck driver, right? He's basically like a not a truck driver. He's a firefighter. Yeah, he's a firefighter. So like I don't know, man. Like I wouldn't bet the over in a Stipe fight anymore. I know if the same Stipe turns up, the Stipe that we used to see 5 years ago. Yeah, I think that fight could go the distance. I mean, if that Stipe shows up, I'm not sure what kind of Stipe is gonna show up here. That's the only thing I'm worried about. If you're playing the overs in that one, you gotta have to be like you better hope that the old Stipe like or anything that looks like the old Stipe shows up. Because if it's like old Wasp Stipe, like yeah, it's probably gonna be like a first round finish. I know we haven't seen that a lot for John Jones at 205, but at heavyweight, I mean, I think it's different at heavyweight because I don't think these guys are all that skilled. Not Stipe is definitely one of the better heavyweights we've ever seen. But yeah, still, I mean, time off. I mean, all the things that are playing into John Jones here. I mean, the odds are not bad, right? Maybe you can take the over. I would probably feel better in the over 1.5 than the over 2.5. But even then, like, I personally wouldn't play myself. Let's go, Antoine. Yo, what's up, Nick? I hope you're blessed, bro. I'm doing just fine, bro. I'm doing just fine. Just been busy with busy with work for the past month. I haven't really been able to live stream much, but we're here now. We're gonna break down this card, and we got some new fights. I mean, Onama was able to get a replacement now. They found some absolute bum for him to fight at UFC 309. I don't know, like I can't believe this guy's lucky, bro. This guy that who's he fighting against? He's fighting some next bum. This guy's actually lucky, bro. He's fighting. He's making his UFC debut on a pay-per-view card. I mean, last week you probably didn't even know he's fighting, and now this week, now he's out of nowhere. He's fighting now on the UFC 309, one of the biggest cards ever. Roberto Romero, like you can't make this shit up, man. This guy, they don't even have a picture for him. They don't even have a picture for this guy yet, and he's fighting UFC 309 against Onama, who's one of the biggest featherweights out there at 145. So that's probably going to be a lamb to slaughter. And I feel like it's going to be similar to Gillespie versus Jack Scroggins from last week. What was that, UFC Vegas 100? So it's probably going to go similarly. Roberto, to be fair, is Mexican, so he's probably going to be tougher than Scroggins, maybe just a bit. But yeah, that's not. I wonder how much he's getting paid. I mean, he got a UFC contract, right? So he's probably happy. He's probably is happy that he's making his UFC debut finally because he's 8-3. So I don't think UFC we're gonna sign him anyways. So he's probably the only guy that picked the call, and we're like, okay, I'll be there at UFC 309. I'll fight Onama. So I mean, fair play to this guy. Fair play to Roberto Romero. But yeah, that's just a bad matchup that's just a bad matchup in your UFC debut. I mean, maybe you can go out and like have a decent performance, put up a fight. I mean, have a good fight with Onama. That would probably give him more fights in UFC. But yeah, I mean, Scroggins was terrible. Jack Scroggins was one of the worst fighters I've ever seen. And I was like, what? Like, who brought this guy in? I mean, holy shit, that was so bad. Yo, let's go Mario Barrios. How's it going, Mario Barrios? Not NAM. What's going on? Not NAM. Said, can you sing "Old Man Sleepy" by Lucas Tracy? Nah, bro. I don't know. You gotta ask Lucas Tracy for that. I don't really be doing all that. Yeah, truck driver. I thought he's a truck driver, but he's not a truck driver. He's a firefighter. I mean, they drive a truck, so it's like they do pretty much the same thing. I mean, obviously the firefighters take out fires, but yeah, they both drive trucks, right? What's going on, Acromatic? Let's go, Acromatic. Missed you, Pokey MMA. Can't wait for you 309, bro. I'm gonna get the pay per view tomorrow, and I can't wait, bro. We'll do a live stream for UFC 309. Like I never miss a live stream for our pay per view card. We always do a live fight companion for pay per view. Let's go, man. Let's go. Poomworks. What's going on, Poomworks? What's good and pick? I'm hope all is good. Yeah, I'm doing just fine, bro. I'm doing just fine. I haven't been able to do a best video for this card. I'm not sure if I'll do one. Probably what I might do one tomorrow, like if I have some time tomorrow. But yeah, I'll pick a lock of the week. Like last week's lock of the week was Julian Robertson by finish. See, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Like UFC probably told her not to finish the fight because they had so many finishes in the card. I feel like that probably had something to do with that. Because he could have finished her. So he could have finished her. I mean, if he really wanted to finish Pinero, so he could have finished her. Like, so he had her on the ground. I mean, so he had her in full mount. I mean, like, that was really weird. He wasn't trying to finish her, but the card was crazy. Last week's card was crazy. Well, it was definitely like one of the best cards we ever seen especially at the Apex, man. We don't see a lot of finishes at the Apex, right? Like we see a lot of fights going the distance at the Apex. I mean, overall, this year overall, we see a lot of fights going the distance. I mean, but now we're going back to the old gloves, right? So maybe that's gonna bring a lot more KOs. Maybe. I know people are complaining, all this and that. We're not seeing a lot of KOs since they changed the gloves, so we can't complain anymore. Yeah, Achromatic said when I saw Roberto's record, I was like, damn, they couldn't find anyone. No, it's not even his record. Like, I don't mind a record. Like, it could be, you could be 8-4, like, or like Hafez, right? Hafez like 8-5, or like, what was he, 8-4, or 8-3, or something like that. Like, he's actually pretty good, right? Like, Hafez is pretty good. They brought him in for JDM on short notice, and he looked pretty good out there. Like, his stock went up from that fight, like, even though he didn't win that fight against JDM. But yeah, he's not bad. He's not terrible, right? What's going on, Bob? Let's go, Bob, in the house. Do a live stream for Tyson versus Douchebag. That's funny. That's funny. I actually think Jake Paul's gonna win that fight pretty easy, man. Like, come on, like 30 years old, like Mike Tyson. I know Mike Tyson's not like any other 60-year-old guy out there, but come on, like, what are we doing? Like, we gotta stop coping. I mean, I gotta stop coping. Jake Paul is gonna win that fight. And I don't know. Do I want to do a live stream for that one? Like, I'm not really fucking sure. I mean, fuck. It's gonna be on Netflix, right? It's gonna be on Netflix, so I might do one, maybe. Isn't it on the same time as UFC 309? It's on Saturday, right? Or Sunday? I gotta check. When is the fight? I mean, it's not a pay-per-view. I wasn't gonna buy a fucking Jake Paul pay-per-view anyways. I never bought a Jake Paul pay-per-view in my life, and I just can't like justify paying money to watch Jake Paul fight. I know. I remember people were pissed off when they bought Dylan Dennis. What was it? Dylan Dennis versus Logan Paul? Maybe that was Logan Paul. Or was that Jake Paul? They're both the same people. I mean, fuck. They're so bad. I mean, Jake Paul can actually box though. So Jake Paul can actually box, whereas Logan Paul cannot box. But yeah, let me see. Like, when is this? When is this coming up? Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It's tomorrow, or is it? It's tomorrow. Okay, so I might actually do one. Okay. Fine. We'll do a live stream. We'll do a live stream tomorrow for Is it actually tomorrow? It's actually tomorrow. Okay. I thought they were competing with UFC 309. They shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm happy they're not trying to compete with UFC 309 because I would definitely be watching UFC over Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson who's 60 at this point. Yeah, I think we'll do a live stream tomorrow. Fine, Bob. We'll do a live stream tomorrow for this. I'm gonna Netflix and chill. Tyson versus Paul. Yeah, that's really weird one, right? I mean, that's the first time I've been like, I actually canceled my Netflix subscription because I don't watch Netflix. I can't like. I was paying for Netflix for like a year, and I wasn't even watching Netflix. Like, I don't know. Like, Netflix doesn't really have anything else like to watch. Really, like, I don't know. Breaking Bad was the only series that I watched. Walking Dead. I mean, like, Better Call Saul is not a bad one either. Yeah, I don't know. Like we'll do a live stream for this card, bro. Let's go over the picks. Let's go over the picks for UFC 209, which is why we're here right now. All right, guys. First fight on the card, Veronica Hardy. So I'm gonna change my pick on this one, guys. I'm changing my pick. Let's do a poll also while we do break down this card. Let's see who the people are picking on this card. You know, let's see who the people are taking on these fights. Let's go, Grimy. How's it going, Grimy? Jake Paul by decision. Bro, he should knock out Mike Tyson. Like, I know we don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see him knock out Mike Tyson, but come on, like, you're 27. Like, how old are you? 27, 28? I mean, like, bro, like, what's the point of fighting Mike Tyson if you can't knock him out at this point? I mean, and like at 60 years old, man, like I've heard people say like the cardio is not the same. You can't recover. You can't take shots the same. So you probably should knock him out, but yeah, that's a lot easier than doing it. I mean, when you have a guy like fucking Mike Tyson, imagine Mike Tyson is prime fighting Jake Paul. That would be pretty hilarious. I would put everything I have on Mike Tyson in his prime. Even if Mike Tyson was like 39, 38, 35, I mean, maybe 35, I would still bet Mike Tyson over Jake Paul at 35. But yeah, bro, like fucking 60 years old, I mean, like that's a whole lot different. Guys, I was not picking Dan Hardy. My bad. I know she's married to Dan Hardy, but her name's not Dan Hardy. Veronica Hardy. So I was picking Veronica Hardy. I'm gonna pick Mora. I think Mora is actually pretty good. I mean, she lost to Diniz Gomes. I went back and I was rewatching that fight. I was like, let me go rewatch that fight. Maybe because I don't remember that fight as clear as other people do. And I was right. I mean, she's still taking DC Gomes down. DC Gomes is very physically strong. We've seen that recently. DC Gomes, like, she's a dude. I mean, like, that's a fucking dude right there, right? Like, it's not easy taking down dudes. I mean, I don't think so, right? Like, for a girl. But yeah, she still took her down 4 times. So, like, I feel like she can take her down, like, a few times here. Is he gonna be able to, like, get a submission off? I don't think so. She could. I mean, she could take down Hardy and, like, just ground and pound her. But yeah, I think she's Mora still like getting better. Hardy's obviously the way better, cleaner striker, which is why I was picking her, which is why I was leaning towards Hardy at first. But I feel like in this matchup, guys, I really feel like Mora can time some takedowns and hold her to the mat. I mean, just control her. It's, like, thing about this fight is also it's not on the Apex, right? Mora's debut in the UFC was at the Apex. Like when you get takedowns at the Apex in the small cage. There's not, you can't like take your opponent down in the middle of the octagon, and there's like it's a small octagon, so like you can work your way to the fence and get up like pretty easy. I think Mora can get this one. I'm gonna go Mora here first round. She's still underdog, so she's 10-1, right? That's not even a bad record. 10-1 in UFC, not in UFC. I mean, she's 1-1 in UFC, but yeah, she's pretty good. K1, what's going on, K1? These random short notice guys will either do really well or get KO'd in the first round. Yeah, Scroggins, that was crazy, bro. Like, I could not believe Scroggins just gave up. I mean, he wasn't even trying to fight. You can tell, like, the moment really got to him. I mean, but when you have a guy like Zaleski, man, like, it's, like, when you're fighting, like, nobodies in the regional MMA, and you're now you're fighting in the UFC against Zaleski, who's actually got wins over Strickland. I mean, like, and can do it all, right? He can wrestle. He can, like, he's got heavy hands. He can strike with you. He can throw kicks at you. Like, that's scary, right? That's definitely scary when you're fighting like nobodies and you're going to fighting Zaleski. Let's go, Grimy. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I'll do a live stream for Jake Paul, but main card. I might just do one for the main card. I don't know how many fights are there. Okay, there's actually an Indian fighter, Goyet. This guy doesn't look Indian though. I guess he is Indian because he's got the Indian flag. Gangster. Naraz. Is he good? Hopefully we don't see him get KO'd tomorrow. He's fighting a guy with no Jiro and jury record. Like, where are they finding these people at? Yeah, we'll do one. We at least got Mario Barrios on the card. I mean, that's not bad, right, for boxing. At least we got him on the card. That should be fun. That honestly should be fun. I mean, yeah, I think Jake Paul's gonna win that one though. Like, but it could be a fun fight, right? Maybe Mike Tyson, even at 6 years old, still has something left in the tank. I mean, maybe he can put on a really good fight. But I really hope it's not like Jake Paul knocking on Mike Tyson with one punch. That's gonna be kind of sad if that happens. I just got a feeling that this shit is rigged. It could be a draw. Like I actually think it could actually end up being a draw in this fight. I really could see that happening too. Any 27-year-old should knock out old man Tyson with boxing experience. Yeah, I think even the Mike Tyson looks he's in pretty good shape though. But yeah, just the reflexes. I mean, at that age and the cardio, like that's not really gonna be there. I feel like, but I could be wrong. Mike Tyson's not like any other fucking 60-year-old. Let's be honest, right? All right, let's move on to next fight. So I'm picking Mora now. Um, I'm picking Mora. I think Mora is gonna get this one on by just taking her down over and over, just making a dictating where this fight takes place. So I was picking Hardy. So if you guys watch my breakdown, I was leaning towards Hardy, but Hardy's obviously gotten really better. So he still was getting taken on by Jamie Lynn Hart, getting controlled in the clinch, getting taken on by JJ Aldrich in the third round. So Hardy's like one of those girls. She's gonna have to win the first two rounds. And I'm just not confident she's gonna win the first round. She's gonna have to defend takedowns if she wants to win the first rounds clearly. Because in the third round, she's really tired in the third round, and I could see Mora just getting some takedowns later. If it's 1-1, Mora's gonna win that third round. I'm pretty confident in that. I haven't bet Mora. I have her in a long shot parlay, so I might just keep her in a couple of long shot parlays at the end. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Mora here. And so I'm actually changing a few picks on this card. My early breakdowns, well, you watch more tape and your opinion changes, right? Some of these fights. Next fight on the card, we got Basile. Let's look at the odds. I mean, let's see what the odds are here. So Mora right now is what are the odds? I think she's like underdog, right? So you should be underdog here. Mora. This could be a fun fight. I mean, Mora really like she's able to just take her down early, just control her, early. So I could see this one being fun. At least it's the first fight on WMA. We got 2 WMA fights on this card, so this shouldn't be a bad fight. Mora's 10-1. I mean, I'm not really like ready to just write her off just yet. I think she's like plus 120, plus 130 underdog, so not a bad. If you want to add her to a long shot parlay, probably not gonna be bad. Yeah, I was leaning towards Hardy at first, Joe. I was leaning towards Hardy. I think if it stays standing, Hardy's gonna win this fight 30-27. If it stays standing, I'm just not sure if she's gonna be able to defend every takedown against Mora, because Mora's pretty physical, and now she's moving up a weight class. She's not gonna be draining herself to make that 115 limit. She's a weight bully. I mean, let's be honest. Mora is kind of a weight bully at 115. She should be fighting at 115, right? She's definitely a weight bully at 115. So at 125, I think she's gonna look better at 125. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mora. I might change my. I want to see what the weigh-ins look like. Like, is the UFC press conference today, right? This press conference should be today, I think, right? I'm gonna probably watch that later. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Mora here. I think Mora can get this one done. In this fight, also, like, I'm changing my pick in this one. I feel like Hafez. I was leaning towards Hafez at first, and I was like, maybe I'm missing something. So I go back and watch more tape, and I was like, okay, Open Elliott's pretty good, man. I've been like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not a believer in Open Elliott because I watched tape on him in the Cage Warriors. I watch all those fights in Cage Warriors, and I was like, I don't know, man. Something seems to be missing from this guy's game. But yeah, you look back, and he was only like 21 years old, 22 years old. The guy was really young back then in the Cage Warriors, and he's competed in Cage Warriors for most of his career. Since he's made it to the UFC, the guy has looked really good, man. He can wrestle, he can defend takedowns, he can kick, he can fight you at range. He's really durable. He's got cardio for days. I mean, the guy just doesn't stop, right? And I had Parsons as my lock of the week over Open Elliott. Maybe that's why I want to kind of see him lose, right? Like, because he beat my lock of the week. I lost money betting against Open Elliott. In this fight, the bet that I really like in this one, guys, is the over 2.5 rounds. I think this one is gonna be it's gonna go over 2.5 rounds either way. The only person that's gonna that could be live for a knockout or a submission. I mean, Open Elliott has pretty good BJJs, but is he catching Hafez in a submission? I don't see that happening. It's gonna have to be like a submission, like as Hafez is trying to like. I think it's gonna go the distance. I'm pretty confident this one to go the distance. We'll just do a poll. Let's see what the people are picking. But I'm leaning towards Open Elliott now. Like, I want to put my bias aside and give you guys who I really think is gonna win, and I think it's gonna be Elliott who does it. It's gonna be like 29-28. I think it's gonna be a close fight. Hafez is gonna be pressing forward. Hafez is one of those guys, man. You gotta like he's gonna be walking forward with the chin up in the air, and he doesn't really care. The guy has a chin on him, and he can take a shot pretty well. And the cardio is obviously gonna favor Open Elliott here. He can put up the volume, even though we haven't seen him throw a lot of volume out there. But the guy just stays one step ahead, and he can work all night long. I mean, the guy can like go and fight at a pretty good pace, and he's not gonna slow down. I can't really say the same thing about Hafez. The line's gotten crazy, man. Minus 250 on Open Elliott. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get there on betting on Open Elliott minus 250, minus 300. It's minus 300 now, so like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna bet Open Elliott there at minus 300. If you got in early, like minus 180, minus 170, I still like the over 2.5. I think this is gonna go over 2.5 rounds. It's minus 275 now for the over. I got in like minus 175, so I'm feeling pretty good about the over because I think even if Hafez wins, he's not knocking out Open Elliott. I mean, Open Elliott's been KO'd before. It was mostly by one of them was ground and pound, one of them was a clean knockout. I mean, back when he was like in Cage Warriors, he's gotten a lot better. And even when he's getting rocked on Dana White Tender Series, the guy knows how to recover. Like he's not gonna go anywhere. So I think this one's gonna go the distance, guys. I'm pretty confident to go. I think you can parlay this one to over 2.5 rounds. Fight goes the distance. I'd be really shocked if Open Elliott can find a finisher or Hafez can knock him out. Hafez, if he lands a clean shot, maybe you can put him away, but it's unlikely. I feel like it's really unlikely. I'm gonna go with the over. I think the over 1.5 is the bet that I like, the bet that I have. And I think if you really want to add Open Elliott, like you want to bet on him, take him by decision. I think that's not a bad play. I think minus 125 for the by Open Elliott to win in the scorecards. I like the over more than the decision call because it could be close. You never know what the commission over there with the judges. Open Elliott should be able to do more. Yeah, I'm gonna pick an Open Elliott by decision by like a close 29-28. If he goes out there beats him by 30-27, man, that's gonna be impressive. I mean, Hafez had a split decision with JDM. I mean, that was JDM cutting weight back to back. Maybe they had something to do. Also, JDM was pulling guillotines over and over. I don't think Open Elliott's gonna make those same mistakes, right? I don't think Open Elliott. He's gonna just dig underhooks. He's gonna move away. He's gonna circle out of the clinch. If he's in the clinch, he's gonna defend takedowns against Hafez. I feel like. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Open Elliott. I don't know. I just don't like Open Elliott for some reason, but I'm gonna pick him because I feel like he's gonna win this one. I don't know. I don't know what it is, Grammy. Maybe it's because he beat Parsons and had to get a buzz cut. You guys remember that? Yeah, it's probably because of that. Lane, Open, and Hardy if fight goes a distance. Yeah, I think they're both gonna go the distance. Mora is gonna be live for a submission if she can bully Hardy, but Hardy's gonna be defending pretty well. I feel like that's actually a good parlay if you like that one. Over. I didn't parlay. I just took the over in this one, and I haven't played anything in the Hardy fight other than having Mora and like some long shot parlays. But yeah, I like the over in this one. I like the over a lot. Yeah, Open Elliott to win in third round or by decision. That's actually a good call, Lane. That's actually a really decent call there. I already have the over 2.5, so I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna bet on Open Elliott. Because if there's a finish or something like that crazy happens, I'm gonna lose my money on the over. And then if I bet him by decision, I'm gonna lose on that also. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. Over 2.5 for Marty on that. I feel pretty good about that. Got in early also, so I'm feeling pretty good about this fight. And the only reason I bet the over 2.5 rounds because I was like, if I don't think Hafez is gonna finish him, and then I don't think Open Elliott is gonna finish him. Hafez obviously is hits harder. I mean, so he could be live maybe like if he catches him clean with one big shot. I mean, we're going back to the old gloves now. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna go to this more than likely. Pick. I'm gonna have a mad bun soon. Nah, hell nah. I'm not having a mad bun ever, Lane. I gotta go hit up my barber soon. I might go hit up my barber next week. I mean, my hair is actually getting longer now. Me too. I'm going to bed. I just have to. Oh, yeah, the over 2.5. I think that's a solid. I'm just gonna chill with that. I'm probably just gonna leave that props alone on Open Elliott. But I think Open Elliott's gonna win this one. And the chat agrees. Yeah, there's a few fights that I pick flipped on after watching more tape. When I was watching more tape on I was watching TV, eating food last night. I was like, let me watch. I was gonna go live last night, right? So like, let me go watch more tape on these guys, make sure I really know what I'm talking about. And yeah, we're gonna go with open Elliott. The line's crazy, man. Minus 300. The line's crazy. Yo, what's going on, J Mac in the house? Let's go, J Mac. How's it going, Justin Mac? Open Elliott. Yeah, I think he's gonna win this one. You look tough for the yeah, yeah. Uh, Yo, what's going on, Ernie B? How's it going, bro? It's probably yeah, it's already cold here, bro. It's already fucking snowing out here. It's crazy. It's not snowing that much. I mean, but it's definitely like there's definitely you can see snow around here where I'm at. I'm up north, right? So there's definitely like colder here than it's in Toronto downtown. All right, guys, let's move on to the next fight. Next fight on the card. Now we got Mickey Gall. I might actually bet on this fight, guys. I'm feeling more confident in Mickey Gall. I shouldn't be because the guy's like 50-50 in the UFC. But yeah, Brahimaj is fucking terrible, man. Like, I don't know what Brahimaj is good at. Like, pure BJJ. That's the only thing he's gonna be good at, man. I'm just not sure. Like, I don't think Brahimaj is good. I mean, we had Grimbo as a lock the week over Brahimaj, and I was shocked that Grimbo was only minus 135 over Brahimaj. Brahimaj is submission or bust. That's the kind of fighter that he is, and I think this is a pretty good matchup for Mickey Gall. And I can't believe I'm saying that because the guy is so inconsistent, and the guy's been chinned before, he's been finished before. I'm just not a believer in Brahimaj, man. Brahimaj has a better looking record. But the guy is fucking terrible, Brahimaj. It's really weird, you know. Like you watch tape on Brahimaj, he's not throwing any volume out there. Like I can't. Let me see how much volume he threw in that last fight. He just couldn't get away from the clinch. Even in the Cord McGhee fight, Cord McGhee knocks him down early. Like Cord McGhee doesn't knock down many people in his UFC career, and he knocks him down. I mean, like, and fucking what's his name? The other guy. Um, The other guy, let me see if I can remember his name. I can't remember his name right now. Let me see if I can look him up here. Yeah, it was Max Griffin. Yeah, Max Griffin was boxing his ears off. I mean, literally, go watch that fight. Mickey Gall can box, man. Mickey Gall can actually strike, and even if you don't have power to like counter him and knock him out, like you're gonna be in trouble, man. Because Mickey Gall has good BJJ, and he can actually strike pretty well. He can box pretty well. And now his chin seems to have gotten better since he came back after a layoff, after like 2 years off. He fought a Hafez. His chin looks better, man. So I think in this fight, Brahimaj doesn't throw enough volume. I mean, the most significant strikes Brahimaj has ever thrown is 43. No, it's 32. Okay, 45 against Max Griffin, and he got KO'd in the third round there. It was a doctor stoppage. I mean, he's thrown 3 significant strikes against Grimbo. I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing right now, Brahimaj? How is he still in the UFC? I don't get it. Like, how is he still in the UFC? I guess the only reason he's still in the UFC is because they're trying to get Mickey Gall a win in New York. I'm actually gonna bet on Mickey Gall. I can't believe I'm saying that because it sounds so fucking stupid, bro. Like, I'm actually gonna bet on Mickey Gall. I don't know. Should I parlay him with someone or should I just bet him straight up on the money line? I might actually bet him. I'm actually thinking about it, guys. Like, I think this is a pretty easy matchup for Mickey Gall. Like, Brahimaj is gonna have to take him down early and submit him, and I just don't see him getting that submission in the first round. I mean, you can do this also, Brahimaj's first round submission and like Mickey Gall by money line. But I'm actually gonna I haven't bet him yet. I'm actually thinking about it. I probably should have done it earlier, like when he was like almost underdog before. Now he's like minus 140. It's not bad. It's not bad either. Yeah, Lane said Gall's last win was over 3 years ago. It is, to be fair, you're right. But yeah, look at the guys that he's losing to. I mean, normally you don't want to bet on a guy that when you have to bring up the losses, right? It's just, you don't want to have to go to that. I mean, but he lost to Mike Malad. Who else? He lost to Basil Hafez, which was actually a really close fight. He lost to some other solid guys. I mean, lost to Randy Brown. I mean, come on, Brahimaj. I don't think he's really invested in the game. I don't think he trained properly, and I don't think he has got any striking. So he's gonna have to yeah. There's an argument that I had so many parlays with Hafez, and I can't tell you how fucking sweaty that fight was. Bro, I was live streaming for that one. Like, if you can go back and watch my reaction to that fight, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how is Mickey Gall winning this fight? I know one judge, one of the judges gave him gave Hafez like a 30-27, which is pretty crazy because I think that was a 29-28 close fight. But yeah, man, like that was really fucking weird. And Brahimaj threw like he only threw one strike per round against Grimbo. Like Grimbo's not a good striker. I know Grimbo has some power and he can wrestle, he can grapple. And Grimbo was my lock of the week, and I was shocked how terrible that fight was because Brahimaj just seemed like he really didn't want to be out there fighting. So clearly, like one guy doesn't want to be out there fighting. He doesn't want to throw on volume. Doesn't want to take any chances, which is Brahimaj. And we have other guy Mickey Gall who is going to take chances out there. Who's probably going to defend takedowns. He was able to defend takedowns against Hafez. How many takedowns was he able to defend? I think he was able to defend all of Hafez's takedowns. I don't think Hafez got him down 3 times. How much? I don't think he was able to control him for any. He was only able to control him for like 1 minute, less than 1 minute, or like 1 minute 12 seconds. So he's only able to control him for like 72 seconds and with 3 takedowns. If Hafez is not taking you down, controlling you, who's very physically strong, I don't see this guy controlling. I don't see this guy Brahimaj. Now he's 30 years old. Maybe he can get better. I mean, but I just don't. I don't believe in this guy, man. I don't believe in this guy. I haven't bet Mickey Gall yet. I might actually do it. I might actually bet like 2 units on him, money line. I might just throw him in a parlay, like a juice up a parlay maybe. Yeah, I like Mickey Gall. I think Mikey Gall is gonna get this one on. He's been fighting in the UFC, so that's why he's 7-6. Whereas Brahimaj is like 2-3 or something like that. But the guys that he's beating out there, like I don't know who those guys are. I can't tell you guys who those guys are. I'm gonna go with Mickey Gall. I'm actually getting more confident. I want to watch the weigh-ins. I might wait till the weigh-ins tomorrow and like see if I want to see how Mickey Gall looks on the scales, see how Brahimaj looks on the scales. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mickey Gall by decision. I think by decision plus 200 is not a bad play because Brahimaj is really tough, man. He's not really easy to finish out when you're fighting him. So I think he's gonna go the distance, and I think he's gonna win. Pick him like that shirt, bro. You look like Yellowstone. That's fucking hilarious, bro. Hafez only has 1 KO in his entire record, so he looks like he just looks like he looks like a juice head, right? Let's be honest. Hafez looks like a juice head. Yo, good to see you back, Nicholas. This is a straight beefs fight. Yeah, which one? Mickey Gall versus Brahimaj. I don't think straight beefs would give Brahimaj a chance because he's so bad, man. He's like just a BJ nerd. My only bet this weekend is Mike Tyson money line. Bro, I think Jake Paul's gonna win that one. Like, as much as I want to see Jake Paul get KO'd, see him out cold, I think, bro, you can't beat Father Time. I mean, like, if anyone's gonna do it, maybe Mike Tyson. But yeah, bro, like, 6 years old. I mean, you can't run away from Father Time. My Gall's lost. Yeah, it was 3 years ago. I know. I want to watch the wins. If I like how Gall looks on the scales. I think Gall's gonna win this one. I'm feeling more confident in Gall here. I'm definitely more confident in Gall than I am on Mora, but let's move on to the next fight. Next fight on the card is Diniz taking on Marcin Tybura. So this one's gonna be a tricky one. Because Tybura is actually really good if you can get takedowns. And if you can't get takedowns, he looks fucking terrible. Like, he looks like a fish out of water on the feet. He'll box you up, I mean, but it's not really his game. But yeah, so the people are picking 79% picking Mickey Gall. I don't know. I never thought I'd be confident in Mickey Gall in my life. I don't know. It's crazy. Just think about it. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually like thinking about betting Mickey Gall, and I actually am. I can't believe I'm saying that. Like, it's crazy. In 2024, like betting Mickey Gall, like, it just seems like a disaster. But yeah, I think he's gonna win that one. Tybura versus. I think the money line for Mickey Gall is not bad. I mean, or you can take him by a third round, or take him by money line if you're gonna bet it. Because or might just play the distance prop because I think Brahimaj is really tough. He can probably go the distance. Mickey Gall is not really a powerful puncher, so is he gonna submit Brahimaj? Probably not likely. I think, yeah, I might play that decision for. I think money line is probably the way to go, but it's close enough to plus money. But decision is plus 200, so that might be the play. So Tybura versus Diniz. I I'm still picking Diniz. I'm still picking Diniz. I think Diniz, like, I don't like Tybura's entries on takedowns. The guy's tough. He can like push through some adversity, maybe. Like obviously we've seen that with Tybura, right? We haven't seen that with Diniz yet. I mean, Diniz guys have taken him down, and he hasn't really been able to like get up when he's getting taken down. We've seen Austin Lane take him down in the first round, and Austin Lane was able to hold him down pretty much in the first round. Diniz wasn't able to like work his way back up before the round was over. And then obviously Austin Lane was gassed. He was so tired. In the second round, he got KO'd. Got KO'd pretty viciously. So and then we seen Carl Williams like Carl Williams. I guess someone told him don't wrestle, but I don't know if I really believe that. I feel like he was trying to wrestle, but he was really committing to it early. No, I think Carl Williams is a better wrestler than Tybura. I really do believe that. I don't think he has the same finishing ability on the ground when he's getting these takedowns on guys at heavyweight. But yeah, Williams is definitely the better pair wrestler. Tybura is like he can do it all, right? He's like meat and potatoes. He can strike with you. You can like grapple pretty well. He's dangerous submissions. He can ground and pound. He's got better ground and pound than Williams, obviously. I'm still leaning towards Diniz. One of the reasons is his plus money. He's underdog, and the other reason is that he's gonna be the better striker. He's a lot younger than Tybura. Tybura's also Diniz isn't the one that's been KO'd in MMA. But yeah, the takedown defense is what worries me about Diniz. Can he keep it on the feet? I mean, I think he can. I think he could keep it on the feet long enough. And the thing about Diniz is not really going to be one of those brawlers that's going to just swing like Tuivasa, right? Tuivasa was like, if he has you hurt, he's not going to take his time. He's going to just rush forward and just like swing for the fucking fences, right? So like, I'm thinking Diniz brings a different type of striking game to the table. Like, it's not similar to Tuivasa. Tuivasa's like, brawler, whereas Diniz is actually a kickboxer. He's patient. He's gonna take his time. Now I was pissed off that what's his name? Williams didn't wrestle. Like I was so pissed off. I had him about third rounder decision. So I was pissed off that he didn't wrestle. But yeah, looking back on it, he actually I think Williams has a better chin than Tybura. So Tybura is gonna have to get the takedown, and he's gonna have to just submit him or finish him, or he's gonna have to take him down over and over and over, like he was able to do against some guys back a couple years back. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Diniz. I think Diniz can get this knockout. I think Diniz sleeps him. I think he could sleep him. Tybura is pretty tough though, so if Diniz can't put him away in the first round, he's probably still gonna be there. We've seen Tybura be able to rally back and like get 10-8 in the first round again, like he did against Romanov. That's not really a good look. I mean, getting 10-8 by Romanov in the first round, but Romanov was really good first round fighter. I mean, he's not in these anymore because he got cut. They probably should cut Nascimento also. I don't know why they didn't cut Nascimento. What's going on, Culver? How's it going, Culver? You got Tybura plus 115. If you think he's gonna get takedowns, yeah, that's probably the way to go. If you think if he is gonna get those takedowns, because on the feet, Diniz, I think he's live for a KO. Diniz by KO or submission. Is he gonna submit Tybura? I don't think I see that happening, Lane. But yeah, the finish is probably live. But I feel like the money line is the way to go. You know why? Because we've seen Diniz take his time, right? We know he's okay with going the distance. I'm just gonna look for the KO and like, oh shit, if I can't get the KO, I'm not gonna win the fight. He has the equity to win by on the scorecards also, Diniz. So like, I'm thinking money line is the way to go. Either side you're on, because Tybura has also gone the distance before he can win by out wrestling guys, and yeah, I think either one is. I'm probably not gonna go the distance more than likely this fight, but I think there's a possibility that Diniz just takes his time, lands strikes from the outside, chips away with those leg kicks, and I think he can win this fight. He can probably knock him out, but Tybura is pretty tough though. I'm not too like sold on him knocking him out though. Mora's stand up is so bad, it reaches down for low kick, which opens up Veronica's high kick. I don't think Veronica's knocking her out with the high kick. I know what you're saying though, Shoujo. I don't think Veronica's knocking her out with the high kick. Mora's pretty tough, man. Denise Gilmes has more power than what's her name, Hardy. I just think this could be maybe Hardy's gonna outstrike her in the first round, which is probably likely. Then Mora's gonna get some takedowns. It could be 1-1, third round. Hardy doesn't really win the third round more than often out there. So he lost the third round to Jamie Lynn Hurst. He lost the third round to JJ Aldrich, and yeah, it's like she's pretty good. I mean, she's obviously gotten way better striking. If that fight stays standing, she's probably gonna win that fight. More, yeah, I agree though. Her stand up is not all that great. Let's be honest. Cobra still got you blocked Raimi, bro. What happened with Cobra? Why'd you block him? Lane said block me too. Yo, damn Cobra, you're blocking everyone in the chat. That's crazy, bro. Come on. That's crazy. You're blocking everyone now. All right, guys. I'm gonna go with Diniz. I think Diniz is gonna win this fight, probably by KO. I'll pick him by KO. But yeah, I agree that he can like go the distance though, maybe. But on a pay-per-view card, I mean MSG, they're probably gonna look for a finish there. Let's look at the next fight. Next fight on the card. Those are the early prelims. So now we got David Onama taking on Roberto Romero. Oh man, this is I don't know why this fight's even happening. Like I'm happy that we're gonna see Onama back, but yeah, like what's the point? What's the point of giving him this fight? Like this doesn't really do anything for him. Like what's this fight gonna do for Onama? Like who is this guy, Roberto? He's nobody. I mean, he's absolutely fucking nobody. Let's go. Onama versus Roberto. He should be minus fucking 5,000, bro. Like Roberto's not winning this fight. I watched tape on this guy this morning. I was like, bro, how the fuck is he in the UFC? Like Onama's gonna knock him out in the first round, man. What do you think about the over 1.5? He is pretty tough. Though. Roberto is pretty tough though. Thing about Roberto is like he doesn't have any striking defense. He like basically blocks punches with his face. He's like blocking punches like this. Like he's not moving his head. And when you have a guy like Onama, who's one of the better powerful strikers at 145, one of the biggest guys at 145, there's not a lot of featherweights out like in the UFC that are like 5'11", like Onama. Like I know Diego Lopez is one of them. Like Yair is like 5'10", I think. There's not a lot of guys that I know Max Holloway is like 5'11", so like there's a few, but there's not that many that can grapple. Like Onama can grapple. He can like he's got high level BG. He can grapple. He can submit you. Yeah, this one's gonna be like a walk in the park for Onama. Like I want to bet on the under 1.5. I think it's gonna go under 1.5. If Onama, thing about Onama is like he'll make some mistakes out there. Like sometimes, like if you're trying to wrestle him, he'll like try to wrestle you back. Like if he just keeps it standing, I think he can knock him out in the first round. But is he gonna go? Is he gonna try to wrestle with Roberto? I don't know. Roberto's gonna look to wrestle. He's gonna like look to clinch him. I don't think he's gonna have any success clinching him there. Just like last week. Last week was crazy. I had like we made some money on the live stream. I mean last week, but I had a 3-unit play on Robertson by finish, which is he should have probably got the finish though. That was kind of disappointing though. But at least we were able to make money back for on the live stream. The which was a GM3 fight, not to go the distance. I should have just put everything I had on that one. I wish I put more money on that one, not to go the distance. And the main one to end in the first 2 rounds. Bro, like, Martinez is a problem, man. I don't know who they're going to match him up against next, no. This fight ain't bettable either, shake my head. I think you can find some value in Onama by first or second on finish. That's probably how I'm going to bet this one. We don't have props out for this one yet, I feel like. Let me see. I only have the money lines in the under. 1.5, the line set at 1.5 rounds. I honestly see it going under. Like the only way I see Roberto surviving the 7-minute mark if he's able to just clinch Onama and just not strike with him in the first 7 minutes, and I just don't think he's gonna be able to do that. Onama, I think Onama's gonna finish him. He was able to finish Armfield, was pretty good. I mean, he was able to finish other guys. And that Nate the Train fight was crazy, man. You guys go back and watch that Nate the Train fight. It was crazy. Holy shit, Nate the Train is. That dude is not. He's a zombie. I mean, Nature Train is crazy. That fight was crazy. He just gassed out. I mean, because Nature Train wasn't going anywhere. He was like landing some big shots on Nature Train. If you land the same shots on Nature Train that he's landing on Nature Train, he lands on Roberto. He's gonna knock him out in the first round. I'm gonna go first round KO. I think you can put him away in the first round if he doesn't like, or you can submit him in the first round. So he's gonna submit him or like knock him out. I could see like him just lighting up Roberto at range, and then Roberto trying to clinch him, and then he walks into a Dart choke or like a ninja choke. I think Onama can get this one. He can get this finish anywhere. Now Roberto is Mexican, right? So maybe he's gonna have the Mexican toughness. Yeah, I think Onama should. He's gonna have to make a statement, and I think he can finish him in the first round. So I'm gonna go Onama here. Obviously, which is not a shocking plus 12. And yeah, I think it should be plus. It should be minus like 3,500, minus 4,000 for Onama. Like I don't. Even if this one goes a distance, he's not gonna lose this fight. Even if it goes a distance, yeah, like I don't see a way how Onama loses this fight. Under 1.5, I'm gonna go with the under plus money. I think you can put him away early. Next fight on the card. I mean, Onama's knocked out way better guys. I mean, he knocked out what's that guy's name? That fought Murphy. I mean, Murphy couldn't put him away, but Onama did. I mean, Onama's so dangerous. Next fight on the card, we got Jay Miller taking on Damon Jackson. Like, I can't believe I'm actually betting on Damon Jackson, but I am, guys. I think Damon Jackson. You watch tape on this guy, he never looks good. I mean, never looks like he's comfortable out there. Well, Jim Miller's 41 years old. I mean, like, what are we doing? Nate to train. Yo, Nate to train in the UFC, baby. Let's go. Yo, Nate to train is a demon, bro. For 100%, I agree with you. We had Nate to train over Jamal Emmers at plus money. He was like plus 180 or plus 160 there. How crazy was that, right? How crazy was that? He's plus 160. Am I watching the press conference right now? Not yet. I'll probably watch it later when I go get some food. I'm gonna get some food and probably watch it after. Miller all day. I'm picking Damon, guys. I'm picking Damon. Jax. He's moving up a weight class here. Miller's gonna have to knock him out, man, because I don't think he's gonna just like he's just gonna outstrike him. Miller's got some leg kicks, I mean, but I don't know, man. Like I think Damon should win this one. Like he's a lot younger. He can wrestle. He can put up a pace. He's not that easy just to chin, man. The guys have knocked him out. I mean, like the Pori, obviously, Dan Ige, like. Does Miller have the same type of striking as Dan Ige? I don't think so. I mean, Miller has some power, but I don't think he's got like striking, like boxing, like Dan Ige. Like Chepe can wrestle. He can fight at a crazy pace. He can put a pace on you. Like Chepe is really good, man. Like Chepe was able to beat him up. I don't know why that fight wasn't stopped. They should have stopped that fight. Jason Herzog just didn't want to stop the fight for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Damon. I think Damon can like up a weight class. Not gonna be cutting weight. He's 5'11". He's not like he's 5'6", moving up to 155. And but yeah, obviously the chin is a worry with Damon Jackson, but the guys that have knocked him out are pretty solid. Moblid Kibolaya was a killer in PFL. That's not even a bad like knockout loss. I mean, Miller is going to have to wrestle and outpace Damon. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I think he's going to have to knock him out. If he doesn't knock him out, Damon's going to be able to just do enough with the control, with the wrestling, the leech. I think the leech is getting it done, guys. Bro started getting beat up, then seeing red and knocked Jamal out. Jamal Emmers? Yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about. Yo, what's going on, Douglas? My Douglas memo account still permanent ban. What happened? Someone banned your account, bro? That's fucking crazy. I've never had my account banned on YouTube, so I never have to deal with that. Hopefully, I never have to deal with that in the future. Cover, you're taking Jim Miller here. Okay, fair enough, man. Jim Miller's he's definitely not like any other 40-year-old. I mean, but one of these days, I mean, you're not gonna keep going at when you're 40 years old. I mean, it's 40 years old. Stipe, we got Stipe 40 years old. We got Jim Miller who's 40 years old. I mean, I don't think they're either one of them are winning. Pickham's lucky to stop making videos. Bro, what happened to Cover? Are you still tweeting on Twitter? Bro, I haven't been on Twitter. Like, I barely go on Twitter. Damon just so hit or miss. I think this is a pretty good matchup for him. I mean, this is not a bad matchup. He's like, look at the guys that he's fighting. I mean, guys that he's fighting, Chepe Murdisco, Billy Corntello. He was actually taking on Billy Corntello early. He's just kind of like Billy Corntello. He couldn't keep up the pace of Billy Corntello. Billy Corntello throws a ton of volume. Like he's one of those. He's a hard guy to deal with when you're trying to like outpace Billy Corntello. Elliott, Dan Ige. I mean, like Mola Kibolaya. I mean, Obviously, he doesn't have the wins to prove it. I mean, but Jim Miller beat Benitez. Was terrible. Jim Miller was a lock the week against Benitez. Um, yeah, he beat Morta. Morta has actually got some power, but I don't think he's the best clean striker. Yeah, I'm picking Damon Jackson. I think the line's actually getting crazy now. I got him at minus 135. I think he's gonna win this one. I wouldn't bet him at minus 180. I mean, the minus 180 number is fucking crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Damon. The 2-1 line. Maybe take Damon by decision. Can he finish Miller? I think Miller's really tough. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I don't think he's gonna look for the door. But yeah, the Damage is gonna catch up to Miller one of these days. I'm not sure if it's gonna be this time. Damon's not really known for that power. Like, he can knock you out if he lands a flying knee or something like he did against Pat Sabatini. And Pat Sabatini is pretty good, right? Pat Sabatini he's only lost to two guys, Damon Jackson, and he lost to Diego Lopez. We picked Pat Sabatini by submission over Jonathan Pierce recently. Yeah, and he knocked him out in the first minute. He's a pretty dangerous, man. So I'm gonna go with Damon. I think Damon's gonna get this one on I'm gonna say by decision. I think Miller could still hang around. Next fight on the card, Chris Weidman taking on Eric Anders. I mean, I get it why this fight's on the pay-per-view, because Chris Weidman, I think he's one of those. Is he a hometown guy? I think he's a hometown guy, right? He lives in New York, I think. So this fight, I mean, like, I'm still not sure. I've been leaning towards Eric Anders, but I'm not sure, man. Maybe I dislike Weidman because he's such a cheater. Let's do this poll. So the chat's picking Damon Jackson at 75%. Weidman, yeah. You think Weidman's gonna be easy for Weidman? I don't know how you can trust one of these guys. I mean, at least I guess Weidman is still like underdog, so I get it. But yeah, I'm just not sure. Anders is not really a guy you want to trust at chalk either. Oh man, I wish I didn't have to make a pick on this one. This one's so fucking tough. Eric Anders, if he shows up and if he's really prepared, I think he can win this one with the wrestling, with just forward pressure. Yeah, he's not the one that's been KO'd 5 times, 6 times, but he hasn't fought the same type of guys. I mean, yeah, this one's like one of my least confident picks. I'm leaning towards Eric Anders, but I feel like there could be. I think this one's gonna go the distance, guys. I think Eric Anders, he could be the only one that could be life for a KO maybe, but I don't know. Is he gonna knock out Weidman? I mean, Eric Anders can't even fucking knock down Jamie Pickett. He was getting dropped by Jamie Pickett. I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what the hell to do this one. Fuck Weidman. I can't see myself picking Weidman. I can't do it. Weidman's fucking 40 years old and he doesn't look good. I mean, beating Bruno Silva, like, what does that even fucking tell me? Like, Bruno Silva's checked out from the fight game. The Bruno Silva's not a fighter anymore. He's like he's in the fucking Disney. He's a Disney princess at this point. Because the guy is not even out there fighting anymore. Like, Bruno Silva is fucking terrible. And he still had to poke him in the eye like 5 times to beat him. Like, fuck, man. Like, this is painful, man. What's going on, Luis? Let's go, Luis, now. How's it going, bro? Bro, as this one's hurting my fucking, like, I'm actually, like, it pains me to make a pick on this fight. It's so hard. Like, I was picking Anders at first, and I was still probably gonna go with Anders, but who the fuck knows, man? I could see, like, this one being, like, a split. This isn't, and Saul D'Amato scores this fight 30-27 Weidman. I could just see that happening right now. Shit, man. I'm still gonna pick Anders, but I might change my pick after the wins. Like, just don't bet on this fight. Just do not bet on this fight. I don't know. Like, unless you're betting Weidman and like at plus money, and like I get it. Because at least he's been the champion. Like, he's fuck. Like, Anders is not good at anything. Like, he's good at wrestling, controlling. Like, he needs to get that wrestling going to beat Weidman. And if he can't get that wrestling going, he's probably gonna look just to knock him out. Maybe like he's getting dropped by Jimmy Pickett. I just can't unsee that now. Don't put a hard-earned money on this. Yeah, hell nah, bro. I'm actually thinking about betting in Mickey Gall. I would never bet on Anders or Weidman. Just Just bet this fight to go the distance. Or Eric Anders by this is by KO. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna put money on this one. I'm just gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna go with Anders just because he's younger and he's not been KO'd 6 times, and he's not the one coming off a leg injury, surgery. I mean, but yeah, I wouldn't fucking bet on this fight. I wouldn't even bet the over either because Weidman is like, I don't think I see him getting killed by Eric Anders, but if anyone's gonna knock him out, Eric Anders, he's a wrestler. He's got power. I mean, maybe he can land one of those overhand rights and put him away. Yeah, just not a fight I want to like. This is definitely the UFC doing Weidman a favor. I'm giving him Eric Anders at this point. I mean, so like Eric Weidman is definitely like he's got the UFC likes Weidman, right? He's on the weigh-in show. Maybe they're doing him a favor here. I could see like Weidman winning a close split decision. I could just see it happening right now. But yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. I don't even like the over. I think it's gonna go the distance. I wouldn't even bet the over either because they're both. I mean, Weidman is a glass cannon at this point. I don't trust the chain, but I don't think Anders gonna knock him out. I mean, I'm gonna pick Anders to like edge it out by like a 29-28, maybe split. Maybe you can get some key takedowns and control him. We have seen Weidman getting controlled in the mat before. It's not like it hasn't happened. Yeah, I still remember when he fought MSG back in like what was that Connor card? What was that Connor card when he fought Romero? What was that Connor versus Alvarez? That was Connor versus Alvarez, right? Yeah, I think that was the same card. Maybe I'm mistaken. Very far Romero when he got flying kneed by Romero because he was trying to shoot a takedown in the third round. That was pretty crazy. What was that? Was that the Connor card? I think that was the Connor card, right? He was 305. Was that UFC 305? No, 205. Let me see. Let me see if I remember this correctly. That's gonna be crazy if I actually remember that. Yeah, that was the. Was that the card? Yeah, that was the card. Holy shit. That's crazy that I actually remember that. Holy hell. How long ago was that? Fucking 2016? Jesus. That was UFC. Yeah, that was UFC 205. I mean, that was one of the best cards I've seen. Like, I wasn't watching UFC that consistently back then, but that's crazy, bro. 205. UFC like 310 now, almost 309. I mean, Weidman is a Merc and or is it Bisping? Yeah, Weidman, like, he's not really wrestling out there. Like, is he gonna wrestle Eric Anders? I don't see that happening because he's not really shooting takedowns now these days. I mean, he's probably just gonna look to keep it on the feet and strike. I'll give Weidman like the edge in the striking because I feel like his striking is just a little bit better. He'll throw more volume out there. But yeah, I'm just not gonna. I don't trust him. All right, next fight on the card, guys. Let's move on. Next fight on the card, we got Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGhee. Bro, Marcus McGhee, like, I can't really like. Marcus McGhee looks like someone, right? One of those like a TV show that I watched when I was growing up. I can't remember which one. Maybe it was like a post Coppolis. Like one of those zombie TV shows. Like where the world ends. I mean, like I can't remember which one. Like he definitely looks like one of those guys. McGhee, guys, I'm picking McGhee because I think McGee's gonna win this one with the forward pressure. The guys, I know people are saying like, I've seen people say that Jonathan Martinez is the better striker. I don't think so. I think he's a better like range striker when he's able to keep it on the feet at range. And I don't think McGee's gonna give him that space and time to just set up those leg kicks over and over. McGhee, like, he's a skateboarder. I mean, he's pretty athletic, and he can throw spinning back kicks to the body. I mean, the guy's was he in The Walking Dead? I feel like he was, right? No, I don't think he was, but yeah, he looks like he probably was. McGhee versus let's do the poll. Let's see who you guys are picking. McGhee versus Martinez. Martinez obviously fought the better opposition. Like, but his best wins are Adrian Yanez. I don't think he beat Said Nurmagomedov. I think Nurmagomedov beat him there pretty clearly. I was watching that fight back when Nurmagomedov was supposed to take on what's that Brazilian dude? What was his name? The guy from Oliveira's camp. I can't fucking remember his name around, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Willie Casantos. Yeah, Willie Casantos. Yeah, I was watching that fight back, and I don't think he won that fight, but the judges disagreed with me there. I think McGhee is gonna be able to like forward pressure, use his forward pressure, land shots in the pocket when he's up close. I think he can counter him, and if you're pressuring forward against Martinez, Martinez doesn't really do that well, and he doesn't like he kind of goes away from the game plan, which is him staying at range, just leg kicking you until you can't walk anymore. And that's what he's gonna look to do here. And I think McGhee, he's got the wrestling upside. If he wants to wrestle, he can wrestle. I know we haven't seen him do that much because he's knocking everyone out. And he could knock out Jonathan Martinez. I mean, even though I think Martinez is really tough, we have seen him hurt. We've seen him KO'd before. I'm gonna pick Merckx McGhee by I think he can knock him out. I think he can knock him out or submit him. At MSG, I mean, this is the time for McGhee to go out there and finish him and get a top 10 ranked guy because Martinez is ranked in top 15. I think still ranked in top 15, right? Because he lost to Jose Aldo, but that's not bad. You're picking Martinez side, but we're a low confident pick. McGhee is a great pick, bro. I don't blame you. Like the overs in this one, I think Martinez is really tough, so he's probably gonna hang in there. But I'm leaning towards McGhee. I think McGhee can get this one done. He knows like he doesn't have much time, right? He's 34 years old. I mean, that's the only thing that I feel like that's why the line's not crazy, and also he hasn't fought anyone at this level. I mean, against Martinez. Martinez is definitely the best guy that he's fighting in the UFC. Yeah, I like what I've seen from McGhee though. Well, you watch tape on this guy, and he's good everywhere. He can wrestle, he can grapple, he's got takedown defense, he can close the distance pretty well. He's fast, he's quick, he's got speed, and he's got really good counters. I agree, side whereas Martinez should have been a split. I think Side was able to win the first round and the third round, but it was pretty close though. Like Side was getting takedowns in the third round. They got like 3 takedowns on him, and Martinez was playing that guard game, trying to like lock and triangle. Martin, yeah, he's training by himself now. Like I heard about that. He's training with his buddies now, so that's not really a good game plan. I mean, you have a guy like Marcus McGhee training over there in the lab with guys like Sean O'Malley, Murray Batista, like some other guys like Collar Phillips. I know Collar Phillips looked horrible recently, but he's a pretty good fighter. Collar Phillips is a pretty good fighter. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go with Marcus McGhee. I think McGhee is training at a better team. He's clearly like he's taking his career more serious at this point. Martinez is training with his buddies. I don't think that's gonna help him here, and it doesn't really have a coach in his corner like he should. And yeah, I'm gonna go with McGhee. I think he's got potential to be a top 10 fighter. Maybe if you can go out there and finish him, I think he can fight for the belt someday in the future. But he's gonna have to be active, and he's clearly like staying active pretty much. He fought Bolaños. I mean, he put up beating on Bolaños. Bolaños obviously not as good as Martinez, but he looked pretty good in that fight. Bolaños is not horrible though. Bolaños recently beat Cortavius, or maybe this is horrible. Cortavius is actually terrible. He's super green. I mean, Cortavius is gonna need some time to like really put things together. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the McGhee. You can't pick a guy that looks like this. You can't bet against a guy that looks like this. He's gonna win this one, guys. Merckx McGhee for the win. I like the money line. -130, -1. I got him at -142, but the lines I've seen it go all the way down to -130, 127 this morning or like last night. He's -150 now, so I still like him. I think he's not bad. Straight money line, nope, not a parlay. I didn't parlay him, but straight money line, I think it's not bad. Let's move on to the next fight, guys. Next fight on the card is who's the next one? So next fight on the card is Mauricio Ruffy. I think it's Ruffy, right? Ruffy. I think that's like you pronounce it in the Brazilian Portuguese. Mauricio Ruffy taking on James Lontop. So I'm still not sure what I should do with this fight. I mean, like, do I want to bet the KO? Lontop hasn't been KO'd. Like, is my fucking screen frozen? Like, okay, let me fix this. Let me fix this, guys. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so like I'm thinking Ruffy's he's gonna win this. I'm not picking against Ruffy here. The fighting nerds are on absolute fire right now, and Yeah, Ruffy's gonna win this one. Like, I'm just not. I can't figure out how I should bet this one. Like, we'll do a poll, but yeah, the chat's picking McGhee at 91%. Yeah, I fixed the camera, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, my camera, like, it's just my PC tripping out sometimes. Ruffy, I think Ruffy's gonna win this one, but like, is he gonna go the distance? Is he gonna finish him? Because Lontop is like, he can take a shot pretty well. No, I don't think Borishev has like the same type of power like Ruffy. Borishev's obviously kind of chinny also and kind of older. Um, but Lontop is one of those guys, man. Like, he just hangs around. He can take a beating pretty well. That's not a good sign when you're talking about him taking a beating. But Lontop, like, that's why I haven't bet the KO. I want to bet the KO on Ruffy. I might just add it to it like a parlay that I like. It's not like I don't want, so I don't have to bet it straight up at like minus 160, minus 170. So like, I don't know, like minus 160, right? Is that the KO? Yes, for the KO. I think minus 160, minus 150. I think I've seen it all the way at minus 150 on DraftKings. Yeah, I don't know. Like, might just pass on this one. Like, I don't know. Is it worth parlaying Ruffy? He's been KO'd before, so like I know he beat that. I actually lost a ton of money betting against Ruffy on a contender series. I thought Magomed Ali was gonna be able to take him down, hold him down, and he was doing pretty well early, like in the striking. He was out striking Ruffy early on contender series. But yeah, Magomed Ali was so gassed. He was so tired. He basically just quit in the third round because Ruffy wasn't going anywhere. So that's I think that's why the odds are the way they are, because Ruffy is he's not a first round knockout guy, right? So he's gonna hang around. He can knock out in the later rounds. He's gonna be there for 15 minutes, and he can win by decision also if he needs to. If Lontop is able to hang in there and not get KO'd, he's probably gonna lose like multiple 10-8 rounds. You like that a lot. In fact, over. I wouldn't play the over because Ruffy can like. I wouldn't play the overs in any fighting nerds, guys. I mean, like, like after what these guys are doing, I mean, like, I wouldn't bet the over in any of their fights. I think Ruffy can knock him out. I'm picking the knockout. I'm just betting it like spend $800, $850 for $100. I'm good. I'm not. I don't. I like John Jones. I mean, like if you're gonna bet anyone at minus 700, minus 800, you might as well bet John Jones. So at least he's like proven in UFC. I mean, Ruffy is like, he's got 2 fights in UFC. I mean, knocking out Jamie Mullarkey. Who's my lock of the week over Jamie Mullarkey by KO? Like, that's how much I think about Jamie Mullarkey. You guys remember that? Like, he was the lock of the week over Jamie Mullarkey by KO. That was an easy knockout. I mean, he was minus 115 for a knockout. Like, to see that makes sense, right? Knockout minus 115 for Jamie Mullarkey. Jamie Mullarkey's been KO'd so many times. Like, why is a number like, you should be plus money here because Lontop hasn't been KO'd. I guess Mullarkey was proven UFC. He's got like ton of experience in UFC's level, so maybe that's why the knockout number was like, he opened up a plus money. So this time the books are on to it. They're not trying to get you guys. They're not trying to let you guys make a lot of money on this one. That's why they opened the line at like minus 600. Same thing with the Prates. They opened the Prates line at like minus 400, minus 500, and people bet it all the way to minus 800. Yeah, he really fucked him up. I mean, they really fucked him up bad. That was funny, man. That was just Malarkey being outgunned. Lontop can land his own shots here. I think he's gonna have success in the first round. I don't think it's gonna be like one-way traffic from Ruffy. I think like Lontop, like, I'm actually not even kidding. I was thinking about Lontop by like a close split. This is maybe, but yeah, I haven't done it. It's like plus 1100. I mean, Lontop by like close. This isn't, or something like that. Something crazy number. Yeah, Lontop, he's taking this fight on short notice, so we were supposed to see Ruffy take on Charlie Campbell here in this spot. So that was gonna be a better matchup. I think that was gonna be that fight was gonna be lined closer than this fight, obviously. So like, yeah, Charlie Campbell was gonna be a better fight for sure. But Charlie Campbell has power. He's got good striking. Perfect card for recovering gambling addicts. This is gonna be a fun card, man. I mean, a lot of favorites have been winning this year, so I think it's gonna go similar to the last couple months. We haven't had a lot of underdogs. I mean, last week we only had one underdog winning, which is Bolaños. Ruffy should be, yeah, I think he should be like minus 450, yeah, at the very most. I mean, minus 900 is like pretty fucking insane. Because it's not like he's not like he's undefeated, right? He's been KO'd before and outside the UFC. Obviously, he's gotten way better in the UFC now. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Ruffy obviously as a pick. I don't know if I'll like. I might just pass on this one. I might just throw in a parlay, like him by KO in a parlay, because he's got all 10 wins by knockout. So he probably is gonna get another knockout here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with him. I think he's gonna win this one, but you're gonna have to find a way to bet a, or unless you really want. You can throw in a parlay, I guess, but like, guy only has 2 fights DFC level. Like, do I really want to throw him in a parlay at minus 900 against a guy that hasn't been killed before? Like this guy, I mean, what's his name? Lontop. We've seen him go the distance. I mean, he's been finished before by submission, so it's not like it can't happen. He probably is getting KO'd here. Yontrop, or you Nick's betting Yontrop. Is that what I called him? I think I called him Lontop, right? James Lontop. Is Fight Fury still missing? I don't fucking know, Luis. I haven't been on YouTube much this past like month. I don't really keep up with Fight Fury. I don't know. People been telling me in the live stream that she got bullied. I don't know. Someone bullied her off the internet. What about tonight? Grinding the Kamichis or the Eagles? Are you guys watching football? Like, actually, I made some money betting on NBA the past like couple of days. NBA is like so boring though. I can't stand watching NBA. I don't even watch NBA when I bet on it. I just bet on it. Like, I can't stand watching a whole game of NBA or like soccer. I don't know how people watch 90-minute soccer games. Those are like fucking torture for me. All right, let's move on, guys. So Ruffy by KO is the pick. I haven't bet it yet. I might actually parlay that in like a parlay I want to get plus money on. Maybe I might do that instead. Betting it straight up. The Ruffy should be able to. If he is who we think he is, he's gonna knock out James Lontop. If you submit him, I mean, Lontop has been subbed before. He's one of these guys, like, he's easier to submit than a knockout. I mean, but if anyone's gonna knock him out, it's gonna be Ruffy. So I think Ruffy has cardio. He's got obviously the power. He's trading over there fighting nerds. I mean, he should have him covered everywhere. I mean, the line's fucking crazy though. It seems like he should be I would have him like minus 500, but I get why the books have him minus 900. They don't want any action on him. I mean, they don't. They want some action, but not a lot of action. They don't want people like parlaying the fuck out of Ruffy and like cashing some big parlays. So I get it. I get why the books have him minus 900. Next fight on the card, Craney Silva. I mean, Craney Silva was plus money against. She was plus money against. What was her name? Lipsky. Yeah, Lipsky. That was crazy. She's plus 110 over. The lines eventually flipped, but yeah, she was plus 115 over Jasmine. Not Jasmine Jastusis. I mean, Ariane Lipsky. That was a pretty good spot. I mean, so Araujo. She's not bad. Araujo is actually a better matchup, like tougher fight than Lipsky. I feel like. Because Araujo can grapple, she can wrestle. His cardio is not really there. Her chain's like kind of like questionable at times. Is he gonna get a chain in this fight? Maybe. She's gone the distance like 8 times in UFC, so she's pretty durable. She won the first round against Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva seemed like she was nervous in that first round. I think she was actually fighting on her birthday. They still said Fight Fury broke up with her boyfriend. Really, is that what happened? How do you know that, bro? Craney Silva Ariani over 2.5 rounds. I think it's gonna go over 2.5 rounds. I'm picking Craney Silva by decision. Kurbanov, what's going on, Kurbanov? Grind me when I pick these 4 fighters together, money line, and put $600 returns $400. Which John Jones, Ruffy, and these guys, yeah, it's not gonna get you plus money. I mean, that's the painful thing about it. And I'll take some chances on this card. Yeah, I'm going with Silva. I think Silva, like I've seen, I was like, let me go back and watch more tape on her. So I go back and watch more tape on her. And thing about Silva is she's not a submission or bust. She's not like we've seen her in her last fights. She can wrestle, she can grapple, she can like still get takedowns in the later rounds if she needs to. And that's all she really needs. I mean, she's gonna have the cardio, so you can put a pace on Araujo. Araujo is doesn't really have the best cardio, so you can win the first round. So if you want to bet on Craney Silva live, I'd probably like tell you guys to bet on her money line live, because you might be able to get like minus 130, minus 150 live. Because I think the number is gonna drop. I think Araujo is gonna come out here. She's gonna like look to wrestle, implement her game plan. She doesn't have the cardio to do it. I feel like unless you really just let her, you don't really put a pace on her. But Craney Silva is gonna be taking her back, controlling her, looking for submissions. On the feet, Silva was dangerous on the feet. He throws high kicks, body kicks. He's got power on the feet also. I know we haven't seen him much, but he's got power on the feet. He's got heel hooks. He's got so many submission skills. Silva's gonna win this one. I'm pretty confident in Silva. Do I think Silva can finish Araujo? There's definitely a chance, I feel like, but Araujo's so tough, man. So he's taking clean high kicks from Natalia Silva. Like Natalia Silva couldn't put her down. Now Natalia Silva is one of those girls that's gonna be like staying on the outside, just chipping away at you, all pointing you. But she's definitely the cleaner striker than Silva. I mean, Natalia Silva. So like, so you couldn't put her away with knocking her. So you couldn't knock her out. I mean, submission is gonna be live for Silva. So I like the money line. I like the money line. Like it's not a bad parlay piece on this card. I'm pretty confident. I think she's probably gonna look for a finish at MSG. So this is a big moment for her. Araujo can stop the takedown so Creamy by KO. I don't think Araujo can stop the takedowns. I really don't. I think so Silva is like one of the most physically stronger girls at 125 right now in the UFC for WMA. I mean, I think she can take her down. I really do think Korean Silva's gonna take her down, and she's gonna mix it up. She's gonna strike with her on the feet, and she's gonna be able to take her down. Araujo is gonna be able to defend takedowns early, but eventually she's gonna give up takedowns later. So I think eventually she's gonna get taken down, and she doesn't have the cardio to be able to defend takedowns for 3 rounds. So that's the way I see this fight going, guys. The Eagles are 0-6 at home right now. I'm trying to focus on the picks, but I feel like sick to my stomach, bro. Get some help. Go get some food in you right now. If you're sick right now, get some medication. Araujo, I don't think she's gonna be able to stop takedowns. I don't think they're. Yeah, I don't think Araujo is really tough. She has a chin on her. I've seen her get dropped before. Like she can, because she's not gonna quit out there. She's not gonna give up out there. Like Araujo is like tough, man. She's definitely tough. She's only been finished once outside the UFC. She's never been finished in the UFC. So I think Karina Silva is gonna have to like get a submission or a club and sub. And I don't know if I really see her getting a club and sub. I see it going the distance. I think it's gonna go the distance more than likely, and I'm gonna go with Silva to win by like a 30-27. So Araujo can make this fight close. He can clinch with her. She's actually pretty savvy though. Like she'll clinch with you for like lighting her up at range with her in the striking exchanges. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Karina Silva by decision. So money line, I think the money line's a good parlay piece here. Araujo's like 40 years old almost. She's kind of getting up there for age for 125, because you gotta have speed at 125. You gotta be strong. You gotta have cardio, and that's not really there when you're getting older. Unless you're Rob. I don't know if I ever see Rob slowing down. Rob's probably gonna be like 50 years old, still like fighting at a crazy pace. Bro, Marab is fucking underrated, so like it's crazy how underrated Marab is. Now I don't like Marab, but Marab is a machine. It's crazy how good Marab is. Pick him, chat rehab. That's funny, bro. Bro, I'm gonna get some food later. I'm actually fucking kind of hungry now. I might just make my own meal later. Damn, she's old. She's like 37, 38. I think she's 38 now, so I still think she's tough enough to go the distance, but if Karina Silva goes out there, finishes her by submission, I mean, she's gonna be ranked. She's gonna be in the title picture. I mean, she's probably gonna need one more win. Maybe they can do Natalia Silva versus Karina Silva in the future. That'd probably be a good matchup, even though I don't want to see them fight each other. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Karina Silva. I've actually FaceTimed her before on Instagram with SFT Combat. You guys remember SFT Combat? He's in the chat sometimes. Yeah, Karina Silva is really chill, man. She's really chill. I hope she goes for the submission. I hope she gets a submission. I want to see her finish this fight. I think she has potential to finish this fight if she really wants to. I think Araujo is really tough though. It's not gonna give up that easy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rainey. Next fight on the card, Bo Nickal versus So I was in my breakdown. I was trolling. I was like, put a few dollars on Paul Craig. He's gonna win this fight by submission. But yeah, I was fucking trolling everyone. I was trolling you guys. Like, Paul Craig is not winning this fight, and the odds are pretty clear. I'm telling you a lot. Bo Nickal is gonna win this fight. I think he should be like minus 5,000 here. Paul Craig is gonna have to get a Hail Mary submission, and he's not getting that Hail Mary submission. Do we even need a poll for this one? Let's do one anyways. Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal versus Craig. Paul Craig. Now, Paul Craig, like, his striking is horrendous. His striking is not good. He's got better kicks than Bo Nickal, though. Like, let's be honest. But we've seen Paul Craig strike for 15 minutes. I mean, with Volkan, I think it was Volkan Ozdemir. Was it Volkan Ozdemir? I think it was Volkan Ozdemir. Bo Nickal's gonna be quicker. He's gonna be a better wrestler. I mean, obviously, he's gonna take him on. He's gonna dictate where this fight takes place. Bo Nickal's gonna win this fight, and he's gonna win this fight probably by first round ground and pound or submission. I think he's gonna finish him in the first round. I mean, I'm probably gonna bet that first round finish, but he burned me on the under 1.5 in that burned this fight. I had a bunch of parlays with the under. I had some other parlays with the under 2.5, so I got lucky in some of those. But it took him longer than like 7 minutes to finish Brandis. But Brandis can wrestle, right? Brandis is a pretty good wrestler. You can like defend takedowns sometimes. Now Paul Craig, he wants to be on the mat. He wants to be on the ground. I think Bo Nickal can probably knock him out on the feet. Why won't they give Bo Nickal a real fight? What do you mean? This is a real fight, bro. This is a real fight. How is this not a real fight? I mean, Paul Craig has wins over Ankalaev and Jamal Hill and Nikita Krylov. It sucks that we're not gonna see Nikita Krylov on this card, because Mirzakhanov was gonna be fighting Nikita Krylov on this card, but we're not gonna see that anymore. It sucks. I was really hyped to see Nikita Krylov back fighting Mirzakhanov. Now we got Paul Craig versus Bo Nickal. So Bo Nickal's gonna knock him out early. I haven't bet it. I don't even know what the hell I should bet at. Under 1.5, I think that should be the play. Hopefully he finishes him early this time, because it took him longer to finish Brandis. That was kind of disappointing. I lost money on some of my parlays there with the under 1.5. That was like minus 350 for the under 1.5. This one, in this fight, it's actually minus 170, minus 160. So you're getting a better number because he couldn't cover the under in the match against Brandis. I'm gonna go with the under. I think that should be the call here. Under 1.5 either way. Is live right now press conference. I'm probably gonna watch it later when I go get some food. Yeah, right now we're just gonna run through this card. So Bo Nickal's the pick, obviously, no shock there. Let's talk about the next fight. So, I mean, this fight, man, I think Chandler's actually pretty live early. Like, he's actually live. But yeah, the guy just doesn't know. Like, he's gonna have to go out there and knock him out in the first round. If you can't knock him out in the first round, I mean, it's gonna be all Charles Oliveira. 100% picking Bo Nickal. Normally we have at least one person picking the big underdog, but am I locking Bo Nickal? Yeah, Bo Nickal by a flying arm triangle. That's the lock of the week right there. Imagine Paul Craig. If I lock Bo Nickal and Paul Craig fucking submits him, that would be pretty hilarious. You remember when Bo Nickal said he was ready for Hamza, but couldn't answer the call because he was in the mountains. Yeah. They're probably gonna fight each other in the future, but right now, yeah, I just think right now it's not a good matchup for Bo Nickal right now, because Chimaev can strike pretty well and he's got power on the feet, and I don't think Bo Nickal's gonna take him down as easy. But we haven't really seen anyone try to take down Hamza Chimaev, so we'll see how that would go, right, for Chimaev. Someone trying to take him down. I mean, normally he's the one taking other people down, but I don't know. So Chandler versus I think Chandler's gonna be winning this fight. like just like last time, that he's gonna find a way to get subbed or like get KO'd. That's the thing about Chandler, man. Like, I'm not gonna pick him. I'm gonna pick Oliveira, but Chandler is definitely first round plus 900 first round knockout for Chandler. He almost had it in the first fight. He almost had it. He's gotta stop pulling a guillotines. Like, you could go back and watch that fight. This guy's gonna be out there pulling guillotines, and Charles Oliveira, like, what are you doing right now, Chandler? You're not gonna submit Oliveira with a guillotine choke. Like, that's all he does. I mean, that's all he trains. He trains with BJJ all fucking day long. Those guys are not gonna catch him in his guillotine with your little short arms. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Oliveira. Oliveira by submission is the call. I think he can knock him out also. I really think Oliveira can knock him out again. Because Chandler is chinny, man. Chandler was getting dropped by Tony Ferguson. He got dropped obviously by Gatesy. I mean, getting dropped by Gatesy is not really bad. Was he getting dropped by? I think, yeah, Poirier dropped him also. Like, anyone that's fought Chandler, they dropped him. For Oliveira dropped him also, obviously, before he knocked him out. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Oliveira. Just because I trust him more if this fight goes past the first round. I don't really trust Chandler. I mean, he can wrestle. He's probably gonna have success wrestling. And even when Oliveira was able to take his back, he wasn't really like in that much trouble. He was fighting hands. Chandler's really good, man, at fighting hands though. Like that's the one thing you gotta give credit to Chandler. He's like Usman. I mean, unless he's tired, then he won't really fight hands like he normally does. Like in that Poirier fight, he wasn't really fighting hands like he should have. But yeah, Chandler first round KO. That's gonna be something you want to sprinkle on because it's gonna be live. He comes out like fucking like a bull in that first round, man. The guy's like he's like shot out of cannon in the first round. The guy's like super dangerous early. He's carries a lot of power. Like the way he throws everything into his shots. Plus 900 for Chandler first round KO, or you can take Oliveira by ITD, which is plus minus 200. But that's the way I see it happening. Chandler, if you can knock him out early, fair play to Chandler. But I trust Oliveira more a lot down the stretch. Oliveira looks like Skeletor right now because he's cutting a lot of weight. Oh, you mean because his facial structure? Maybe just a bit. He's got a long chin, right? He is pretty like the when he strikes, man. When you're pressuring Oliveira, like he really doesn't do that well when he's the one getting pressured. I mean, so like Chandler's gonna have to do that. I mean, he's gonna just have to like just walk through everything. Oliveira's throwing those knees up the middle, those clinch knees, those elbows, and Oliveira's really good at that. Now, Oliveira's last fight against Sarukian, he wasn't really the one, wasn't really being aggressive. And in his interviews this time, he said he's gonna be aggressive out there. He's gonna be like the old Oliveira, the one that had the belt. So I feel like in this fight, I mean, Chandler leaves a lot of openings, so the countering ability from Oliveira is gonna be there. Like he was in the second round against their last fight. Chandler's been away 2 years. I mean, that's a long time away from the game. We just seen Oliveira fight Sarukian, who's gonna be fighting for the belt now. So the lines, I mean, is the line crazy? I mean, I feel like it is. Minus 270 for Oliveira, minus 250 for Oliveira. But yeah, Oliveira, like, Chandler, we've seen him get finished. I mean, we've seen him get finished now. Poirier finished him. I mean, so like, he's gonna have to get that first round early KO. If he doesn't get the early KO, I don't see him like, this is 5 rounds. So like, if he can't put away Oliveira early, he's gonna be in trouble later. So I trust Oliveira in a 5 round matchup. I trust Oliveira like to weather early storm because it's probably gonna have to weather early storm against Chandler. And I think I trust Oliveira as a pick, so I'm gonna go to Oliveira, but I might sprinkle something on the first round for Chandler KO. That's plus 900. That's the way he's gonna win if he wins. Because the money line, if you're betting the money line, like you think, is he gonna go out there and beat him by decision? This fight's not gonna go to distance, I think. And he's gonna have to just wrestle him and not get knocked down on and lose rounds like that. He's probably gonna get knocked down here. So the KO, if you're betting Chandler, Oliveira by ITD. So either way, this fight's not gonna go the distance. I think you can still parlay that minus 1100. Fight doesn't go the distance. I think that still can juice up some of your parlays. Under 2.5 rounds, I think under 2.5 rounds, under 3.5 rounds. That's gonna go under. So never mind, Chandler got subbed by Dustin Poirier. Yeah, I bet on Poirier there at minus 200. Like before the fight, I was like, holy shit, he's actually gonna get beat up by Chandler. Chandler was actually beating him up. He was taking him down. He was beating him up. But yeah, he just gave up a submission because he got tired and he makes some mistakes. He makes a lot of mistakes when he's tired. This thing about Chandler, like when the fights are when he can't get you out of there early, like or finish you early, like if you're able to like get takedowns on him later, like down the stretch, that's when he makes a lot of mistakes. Even when against Justin Gaethje, I mean, he could have won that fight. He probably could have like really put it on Justin Gaethje. Then he had his hands low. He's showboating out there. Like I know he said he's gonna change his game plan. He said he's gonna change the way he's gonna fight now, and I don't really believe that. Like that's like, do you guys really believe Chandler's gonna stop fighting the way he normally does? Like he's 40 years old almost. He's not gonna change anything now. He's been fighting the same way. I mean, since I can remember in Bellator. I've been watching this guy in Bellator. When he knocked up Ricky Pitbull, go watch that knock. And it was one of the most vicious KOs I've ever seen in my life. Probably one of the worst, like crazy KOs I've ever seen. The way he knocked up Ricky Pitbull, Patricio Pitbull's brother. It was like a one-shot KO. I mean, the guy was stiff before he hit the ground. It was so nasty. So I don't see him knocking out Oliveira like that. Oliveira definitely has better recoverability. And yeah, I'm gonna go with pick him with this press conference is late. I'll watch it. I'll watch it in a bit. I'm gonna cover the main event now. So fights, I think under 2.5 rounds, it's gonna go under 2.5 rounds. The way Chandler fights, I mean, it's gonna go under 2.5 rounds. And they're both gonna be open to getting a finish early. And I'm gonna go over to find that finish early. All right, guys, main event time now. John Jones taking a Stipe Miocic. So this fight, I mean, obviously it's pretty straightforward, and I actually feel like John Jones might end up fighting Aspinall. I mean, you guys remember when people were saying he was talking DC, like, and he wasn't. I mean, obviously John Jones said he's not gonna fight. I mean, so he's not gonna fight Aspinall. I don't know. He probably should fight him. I mean, he doesn't have anything to prove, though. I agree with John Jones when he said that. Like, he doesn't have anything to prove. The guy's like got 16 title fights in the UFC, like more than anyone. I mean, like, it's like he obviously doesn't have anything to prove. I mean, when we have guys like Habib Nurmagomedov retiring after like three title defenses, we have guys like John Jones still fighting. He's been in the game since he's like 21 years old. The guy has like over 17 years in the game, over like almost 17 years in the game. I mean, you gotta respect that longevity at the top level. Also, like, obviously we all want to see him fight Aspinall, but it is what it is, you know. John Jones, I think, is gonna win this one. This is a good matchup. He's smart. There's the reason he's taking this matchup. I mean, Stipe Miocic, he's gonna have to like just fight off the takedowns, and not get clinched by John Jones. John Jones has a really nasty clinch game, and that's where Stipe struggles. That's where DC was able to knock him out in the clinch, land a short right hand in the clinch. John Jones has elbows in the clinch. He can throw knees in the clinch. Like, he's really good at like keeping you in that clinch, and also he can wrestle. I think he can take down Stipe. I know Stipe has pretty good takedown defense, 68% takedown defense, but I think John Jones can take him down and like ground and pound and finish him on the ground. Is he gonna submit Stipe? I mean, Stipe has never been sub before, I think. So I don't know. Is he gonna submit him or is he gonna not? I think the TKO ground and pound is the way I see it happening. I don't see John's crying. Yeah, yeah. I don't think John Jones cares, man. I don't think he cares, to be honest, Julian. I don't think he cares about anything. He's done so much in the game. I mean, so like I respect John Jones. I mean, as a fighter, I still respect John Jones. I know he doesn't want to fight Aspinall. Like, maybe he's just trolling us all. Maybe just fucking we're just falling for it. Maybe, but I don't think he has to fight Aspinall though. He doesn't have to. I mean, I wonder how much they're like willing to pay him for Aspinall. Maybe he's probably gonna make more money for per and I want to see that per fight. And I like Pereira. If you can like Pereira can defend takedowns, that could be a really fun fight. But obviously we know John Jones is probably gonna take him down early. So either way, this fight's gonna be fun, and it should be a fun fight. Yeah, as a fighter, not necessarily as a person. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I don't agree with the stuff that he's done outside the octagon. Yeah, obviously, but yeah, the guy can fight pretty well. Let's watch the press conference, guys. Let's watch the press conference for a bit. We'll move over to I'm picking John Jones by like finish inside in the first rounds. I think he's gonna finish him. Bro, let me see if I can grab my fucking headphones. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go grab my headphones right now. Let me see if I can hear the audio now. All right, what's going on in the press conference right now? I'm probably gonna rewatch it again. Yo, Trump's gonna be there, right? Trump's gonna be there, yeah. Yo, look at the fans. They're going crazy. Fans are going crazy right now. Jones is ducking Aspinall so hard. He sounds jesty. In his underwear. That's why he's. Bro, I'm getting comfortable at home right now. I'm comfortable at home. Bro, look at the chat. I mean, the chat is going crazy in the UFC chat. I think Steve is like 42, right? He's 42, I think. That was definitely John Jones and Gur's video, you mean? Bro, is this like, has anything happened in the press conference yet? I mean, have they gone back and forth? Isn't Aspinall there? Aspinall should be there. Yo, they should have had Aspinall asking questions. That would be pretty hilarious. Dana said if John Jones wants to fight again, it will be Aspinall. It's got to be Aspinall, right? It has to be Aspinall. I mean, but I don't know if I really believe Dana White. Dana White, remember, like, he'll probably like make that Pereira fight if it's not for the belt. I mean, that's gonna be a money fight, so I could see Dana White like giving him that fight against the Pereira at 205. Bro, why is this fucking okay lagging? Yeah, Chandler said Oliveira's a quitter. Come on, dude, he's not anymore. He used to be when he fought Paul Felder or like Max Holloway at 145. I mean, I can't wait to see Chandler get knocked out viciously after he talks all the smack. The level of disrespect, brother. Tom hasn't proved anything. He has. I think John Jones might be trolling us, so he might be thinking we're all fools. We're gonna fall for this. I remember back in the day, he said he wasn't gonna fight DC. I know you said DC didn't deserve to fight him. Then he actually ended up fighting him twice. Now DC was 37. He was 30 years old at the time, so like there's a huge age gap that favored John Jones in that matchup. Yo, what's going on, Paco? Let's go Paco in the house. Dana said of John. Yeah, it's probably good. I mean, he has to say that, right? Like, he has to say that now. I can see Dana White changing his mind. I mean, I don't know. I don't really trust Dana White that much. He changes his mind from time to time when it favors the company. Oliveira looks fresh though in the red suit. Why are there only 30 fights at the? You mean only 35 fighters? 6 fighters? I guess they didn't think bringing over Silva or Araujo was I don't know. Is Bo Nickal there? I just started watching press conference now. Yeah, Matt Hamill. That's the only guy that was able to beat John Jones. Matt Hamill. Paco had a channel. I mean, he used to upload on the channel. Yeah, I want to see upload again, Paco. You should do a breakdown for this card if you have some time. Guys, tomorrow we're probably gonna do a live stream for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul tomorrow. Yeah, Oliveira just had a son, right? I almost forgot about that. Congrats, Oliveira. Hopefully he's hungry, man, because Chandler, Chandler's gonna be hungry. He hasn't fought in 2 years. He didn't get that John Jones. I mean, he didn't get that Conor McGregor fight. So if he doesn't win this fight, I don't know like where Chandler goes from here. He's gonna be like what, like 5-3, 5-2 in the UFC or something like that, like, or 6-2, like. Yeah, Bo's there. Yeah, I was like, they gotta have Bo there, right? Because Bo's gonna bring some people. Some pay-per-view numbers. Three winners and 3 losers. Yeah. Yeah, I think Aspen should be there. I wish Aspen was asking questions. That'd be pretty hilarious. They're probably not gonna allow that though. Dana White. I mean, yo, this fucking MMA junkie stream keeps lagging over and over. Bro, Sepia's already got fucking white hair, gray hairs. I mean. He's got the firefighter hat on too. He's representing. Yeah, Oliveira looks clean. He definitely looks clean. Steve is like, yo, what's the point of having CP at the press conference? He doesn't give a fuck. CP doesn't care. Yeah, I don't think Connor's fighting again, Bob. I agree with you there. Like, just look at Connor. You think he's gonna fight? I mean, what's the point for him? He's making so much money outside the UFC. Good. I'm happy that Chandler's like, he finally realized that he's never gonna get that Connor fight. Imagine he calls out Connor again. Yo, imagine he fucking, if he somehow wins and he's like, if he wins this fight this weekend and he calls out Connor again. See you at the top, Connor. I've been at the top. Where are you at, Connor? Like, that'd be pretty funny. I'm actually happy that Tyson versus Jake Paul is tomorrow. And not on Saturday with UFC 309. What the fuck is this question? It's like the longest question I've ever heard. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow, Mike Tyson. What the hell was that, Jones? Why does John Jones have his fucking ear pierced? With the red earrings? John is a bad dude, man. Yeah. CBNPC? Yeah, he's a fucking NPC. Chandler got smooth talked by Cokehead for 2 years in front of the world. Yeah. I think he's gonna retire after beating a Connor. I don't think he's gonna keep fighting. You can tell he's pissed off right now. Connor's probably watching his TV right now, doing a line. He's probably like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Connor doesn't give a fuck. He ain't got time for this. Bro, John Jones fucked DC over. I mean, dude was using steroids and fighting DC. DC was like 40 years old almost. Like, I feel bad for DC, man. Yo, what's going on, Nate Brown? Let's go, Nate, in the house. How's it going, bro? It's funny Diaz did better against Paul than Perry did. Yo, that was sad to see Perry just getting knocked down all over the place by Jake Paul. Jake Paul's a fucking juice head. Here we go, John Jones fucking glaze. Yo, Sleuth, what's going on, Sleuth? What's up, bro? Perry can't box? Yeah, I actually picked Perry against Jake Paul because I want to see Jake Paul lose so bad. I don't think it's ever happening, though. I don't think against these guys that are not, like... He's either fighting guys that are not our boxers, or he's fighting guys that are like 6 years old, like Tyson. No, bro, Stipe is like, why is he even there? Like, just put me there instead. Yeah, I could see John Jones landing total 6 elbows for sure. You're so pumped for this one? Yo, me too, bro. The Oliveira Chandler is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be a crazy fight. He has, I mean, he didn't do better. He just had a like moment at the end against Leon Edwards. He very rocked him like with the right hand or something. How are you gonna watch the fight tomorrow? I'll get a Netflix for this. Only like $20. I wasn't gonna buy the pay-per-view. I mean, I'm not buying a Jake Paul pay-per-view, but I'll get Netflix though. The odds were plus 1600 that Jake Paul knocks down Mike Perry in the first six rounds. Really? What? For Jake Paul just knocked down Mike Perry in the first six rounds. Really? Bro, what are these questions? I mean, what are we doing right now? Isn't Jones by submission? Probably, yeah. I canceled my Netflix like a couple months back, and I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I'll re-sign up for it. This press conference is so boring, though. I mean, there's just nothing on Netflix that you're gonna watch. Like, I guess you can put it on. I mean, when you're hanging out with people, but like, fuck, there's nothing on Netflix that I really like watching. Like, I was paying for Netflix for like years and years and I wasn't even watching it. Yo, Chandler is like, every time he speaks, it seems like he's one of the smartest guys out there, and he probably is, right? But when he's in the cage, he's just flat IQ. He doesn't take the flat IQ long in the cage. So I don't know. He just forgets everything that he talks about. Chandler. He said he's gonna be like a different fighter now. He's gonna start fighting different now. I don't think I really believe that. I really hope Paul Craig is able to give Bo Nickal some trouble. Is he gonna submit Bo Nickal? I mean, he could. He's sub Punk Alive and Jamal Hill. I mean, so maybe that'd be pretty crazy if you can do it. And he doesn't have any like he's not the one with coming in with all this pressure, right? Am I going out for dinner? Nah. I'm gonna make something at home right now. I was out earlier. I don't feel like going out right now. You should ask for 300K bonuses too. Dina's probably gonna be okay. He's probably gonna agree to anything John Jones wants. Did you just say young man? That guy's not even that young. Who's that? Who the hell is that? W Dana? Yeah, Dana's gonna agree to anything. Bob said I want to start a channel where if anyone talks anything beside MMA, they get banned. I call it MMA Grease. That's fucking funny. Bro, this press conference is actually fucking boring. Stipe doesn't really bring anything to the press conference. It's like he doesn't care. It's like whatever. It's like Stipe's like, okay, bro, whatever. We're gonna fight Saturday night. Yeah, nothing really happened at the press conference. If you hit your wife and crash into a pregnant woman, hit a run. He also ran away. Yeah, that was actually crazy. The fact that he ran away after and leaving the pregnant woman, like with the baby. Wasn't the baby in the backseat? I think the baby was in the backseat, right? Luckily, the baby was okay. So, but yeah, it's still pretty crazy. No matter how scared you are, if you do something like that, man, you might as well like make sure nothing crazy happens. You can still save someone. I get it though. He's scared and like he was drunk. So, but yeah, it still doesn't like excuse. There's no excuse though. Chandler sounds like he tries convincing himself that he's smart. I do that shit sometimes. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Watch him like talk all this talk, then he's gonna go into the octagon and like start swinging in for the fences. What time is the Jake Paul card tomorrow? Let's see. Let's see what time the card is. So I'll set up a stream tomorrow for that. It's gonna be 8 p.m. Okay, so we'll do a live stream for Jake Paul fight tomorrow. Nick's been kidnapped. There are rumors that he ran to ditch some drugs he had on him. No, didn't he have the drugs in the car? I think that's what happened, right? He already had the cocaine in the car. If karma exists, I'm not sure. It's entirely 50-50. Are they gonna face off now or what? They should be facing off soon, right? They should be facing each other off now. Let's see though. Let's see what happens. You know. No, I'm white. I'm Irish. White. The Bob. Are you really Irish or are you just trolling us now? Oh yeah, Grammy. That's you, Grammy. Okay. It's facing off now. They're facing off each other. Yeah. They're moving all the tables and stuff from the press conference. Maybe they don't have space right now. Tomorrow, so 8 p.m. tomorrow, guys. I'm probably gonna go live for 8 p.m. tomorrow for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. How many fights we got? Hopefully, like we're not gonna be sitting there for like 40 minutes between every fight. That's the only thing that like scares me from wanting to go live for that card. So I hate sitting there like the pacing is horrible when it comes to boxing, right? But we'll do one. We'll do a live stream. You really are Irish? Okay. Was your family part of the Irish mob? Jones' addiction to MMA will force him to stay and fight Aspinall. I think he is gonna fight Aspinall. I've been saying that too. I remember back in the day he said, no, to be fair, he was in his prime back then when he was saying the same thing. He was like trolling people, like saying he didn't think DC deserved to fight him. Then he eventually ended up fighting him anyways. I mean, so they're probably gonna end up fighting each other. All right, let's see the face-offs now. Bo Nickal versus Paul Craig. And Paul Craig he's probably gonna have the face paint on, right? his face is gonna be painted at the weigh-ins like it normally does. I wish they had Kreniso. I mean, Kreniso doesn't really speak English though. Does he? I don't think he does, right? Yes, he doesn't. I thought you were doing a Black Pride thing. What the hell does that even mean, Bob? Yo, why is Chandler smiling? That's fucking funny. Let's go, dude. Bronx. This is gonna be a crazy fight. That's my favorite fight on the card. Chandler versus Oliveira. Definitely gonna be the best fight. Stipe with this. Holy shit, he just shake his hand. Stipe was trying to fucking high five him or shake his hand. Alright guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Thank you guys for hanging out. Tomorrow we got Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, so probably gonna go live for that tomorrow, and then we'll be live for UFC 309. And yeah, they didn't shake hands. John Jones didn't want to shake his hand. I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Take it easy. Have a good night. And this should be a fun card. Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul versus Tyson. That should be a fun card. Hopefully it delivers. I mean, hopefully you see some KOs tomorrow. So y'all see you guys in the next one. Thank you for the 15 likes, guys, in the stream. We have 17 likes. Okay, that's pretty solid. I'll see you guys tomorrow.